Wasabi new goons, I am beyond ecstatic today. I'm unboxing my first Hot Toys figure ever. And honestly, the pictures and videos I've seen online just don't do this thing justice. I mean, my first impressions out the box, besides wow, I just haven't been able to put this thing down. I've been taking picture after picture, I've been doing pose after pose, I've just been tinkering with this thing. Like, this thing is so freaking cool. Like, my first impressions out the box were like, this thing is insane. And like, it's heavy. I didn't expect it to be that heavy, honestly. And there's so many intricate moving parts and flaps that open, armor pieces that move up and down. Like, good God. And this head sculpt is magnificent. Pause. I mean, I'll just pretend I didn't almost have an aneurysm putting the batteries into his head, though. That should not have been that hard. I don't want to say the amount of times I either dropped a battery or I got one in, and then when I went to put the second one in, that one popped out. Oh my God, that was frustrating. I know I said before that only Gundams were allowed in my display. That rule's changed. I don't even know if they're allowed in there anymore, because this is gonna take up a majority of that whole bottom shelf that's been empty for a while. I might even put my Megazord in there, but no, this is definitely earning itself a whole shelf at the bottom. Like, the articulation on these fingers is insane. Like, there's no reason it should be that good. Like, I'm, like, honestly still mind blown over this. Like, look at that. That is crazy. What? This is what it feels like to be treated nicely? For a company to give you so much? Like, wow. And I'll say it again, but that head sculpt is insane. Like, this head sculpt has no reason looking this good. Like, pause. This thing looks literally like Robert Downey Jr. Like, what? Like, I can't decide if I'm gonna display him as Iron Man or display him as Tony Stark, or, you know, with a Tony Stark head. Hot Toys, you've got me hooked. You've gained a customer for life. I'm sure that's something my wallet and my girlfriend won't love, but, you know. We outie 500. What's Gucci and the Hoochie, my noochies? I noticed in my first part of this unboxing that I may have missed tons of accessories that came with this thing, and I want to apologize because I was so taken aback by this thing that I honestly just forgot a bunch of stuff. Like, there's tons in here that, like, I didn't get the chance to show you guys, and I feel like I did you a disservice. So, besides this magnificent Tony Stark head, no diddy, we have the beautiful Iron Man briefcase. And honestly, this thing is so cool. I mean, it has its drawbacks, like I do wish it could open, but I guess I understand why it doesn't. But the fact that it's even here is enough for me to be happy. Like, that's such a cool inclusion. You get this damaged armor piece for his shoulder. I think this is so cool. It's very well done and it has a nice shine to it. It's just chef's kiss. It's my fault. I didn't go over the non-articulated hands enough. These are, I guess, what's best suited for using his glow effect and the reactors in his hands. So, I think that's my fault. I skipped over them because I was so, oh my God. And here's another damaged hand. Very well done. It's already in a pose, but it looks so good that, like, you can't just not use it. Also, I skipped over the fist as well, because like I said, I was so enamored by the freaking, articulated hands. I didn't even notice that, hey guys, maybe there might be other hands in here. The damaged chest plate that goes over the arc reactor. Again, like, there's such attention to detail, and the little detail and effects they put on this thing are honestly knockout. You've got more armor plates for the torso. Like, you can switch out the entire front chest piece just for, like, damage effect. It's so cool. You're even given Whiplash's arc reactor, and it even fits inside of Tony Stark's hand. I mean, it's kind of finicky, but it does fit in the articulated hands. You just kind of have to position in a certain way. You're given a assortment of LED batteries to put in his both his arms, his chest, and his head. Almost had an aneurysm putting it in his head, by the way. Pause. This is the complete damage effect left arm you're given, with also a damaged closed fist, and I think this is done perfectly. Like, I had him when I first got it, with that arm on and the damaged effects pieces. I think I'm gonna put them back on because honestly, it's my favorite. It looks the best. And like, you're given a stand. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, my ZD Toys Iron Man had a stand, whatever, blah blah blah. Nothing compares to the kind of, like, this is nice. Like, the attention to detail that I've noticed they put into everything in this box is just like top tier. Like, this is my new favorite thing in all of existence. Like, I haven't even put it in my display yet. I've been holding it every time I get home from work. It's just in my arm until the second I go to sleep. I'm nestling my Iron Man like a baby, if you guys haven't noticed. I will treat him correctly. Wasabi. Here we're just getting my Iron Man ready for his final resting spot in my display. As you can tell, I'm getting him in a more damaged effect look because I think it's more aesthetically pleasing, and I think it's going to have great shelf presence once he is battle damage ready. I didn't mean to wildly pop that off like that. As we get him ready for display, that'll work. I gotta be a little bit more delicate with this guy. We're gonna put on his pieces for battle damage, because I like this more. Might be the wrong side. I'm gonna break this thing. I'm going to break it. There we go. There, damage effect. You think I'd be more delicate with something this pricey? I'd treat it a lot better than I am, but I'm just freely throwing this thing around with no care. Wild, right? Hard part's deciding if I want to display him like that, not headless, or like this. Like, that head sculpt, magnificent. I don't need to pause that. Menacing. Or do this. Oh yeah, I like that hand better. And then we can do this. Start playing around for these LEDs, die. There is a damage effect shoulder pad, but I couldn't get it on. Damaged effect Tony Stark. I don't know, I kind of like Iron Man head more. Hey yo, pause, no diddy. Ooh, I see the LED in that chest getting low. Look at me just, as usual, wildly throwing that off. Chances are on display, he's not going to have that hand on, because I'm not going to have the LED on when he's in my display case.